Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on this channel. Now we are in a new location. I have never filmed here, and the reason being is because I wanted to originally do a tour of this space. We're gonna say space because it's not a room, but it's not a room. You'll see what I mean. Essentially, we have this little random space off our bedroom that made no sense. I think the intended purpose of it is for people to turn it into a place for their baby or a second closet. I really don't know, but I wanted to use it as a space for books. Now, this room was a labor of love. There were a lot of hiccups when it came to getting it all together. There was a really nice guy that when we moved, he had helped us move our fridge and our washer and dryer and just other things, and he also did carpentry. And so he had been like, hey, if you want to do like a little library room, let me know. I could do something like that. And so I had him do it, but we had like a little bit of a miscommunication on a few things, and so I had to fix a lot of it. Not fix, but I had to change a lot of it. But now it's at a place where I like it. But again, this was really a labor of love. That's to say the least. So anyways, like I said, I wanted to do kind of a tour of this room, but since it's really messy, I figured that I would reorganize everything, kind of a spring cleaning sort of deal, especially because I've gotten a lot of new books and I have books out like there that like I have recommended to people, but I was taking a picture of the cover, okay? But yeah, I kind of want to just reorganize the space. So let's do that.
So I started with taking everything off of the shelves. I have it somewhat organized right now by genre, but it's just kind of looking sparse. And I also used all 3 shelves, which this time I decided I was only going to use 2 so they could look more full. There was a point where I was trying to be very minimalistic a few years ago, and I donated a lot of my books, and I kind of regret doing that, but I'm far past those days, and I've been building my library for a lot of years now. But again, I at least was donating them for credits at Powell's when I lived in Portland for new books.
Everything is gone. I always forget how hot it is in this room, and I'm really feeling it. Really feeling it. I have my little helper here. Hello, helper. All my books are off the shelves and on the floor. All of them. It doesn't really seem like that much when they're all on the floor. I mean, they don't take up the entirety of the shelves, but maybe one day. Last time I did this, I kept this wall the fullest because it's the first thing you see when you walk in. But I think that I'm gonna do this, the central part. I'm gonna try to do that the most full. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see. My helper has decided to be a jerk and knock everything over. So yeah, really not good at his job. This is his first job he's ever had. He's trying. He's trying. Anyways, I'll decide what I'm gonna put up here. I think I'm just gonna do fiction on the central part here, just so it looks full.
Okay, so I started off with fiction on the main center shelf. Like I said, I was only going to use the bottom 2 shelves just so that it was looking more full than it had prior. I definitely have really only been reading fiction in the last 2 years, I want to say, only because I used to be very into like self-help, memoirs, things like that. And I still like them, but I just find myself enjoying fiction and kind of escapism reading, I suppose, more and more nowadays. Then I moved on to romance on the second shelf in the center. I kind of got back into reading because of romance/romance thrillers. I know Colleen Hoover, lots of people hate her, some people love her. She got me back into reading with Verity. I read a lot of her other stuff. Is all of it good? No, absolutely not. But hey, it got me back into reading a lot at the time. then I moved on to fantasy / science fiction. These are definitely two of the smallest sections that I'm gonna have. Not that I dislike them by any means. I think I'm just more recently getting into both genres. I read The Fourth Wing. I was able to get into that. I enjoyed it. And then Dark Matter, I think, is technically science fiction. I also learned that Blake Crouch is more of a thriller author, but that book kind of sparked my interest in a few other series. Above the sci-fi and fantasy, I did my nonfiction, memoirs, everything of that sort. Again, I don't read a ton of it anymore, but I definitely had a collection going. This is like one of my favorite books ever. I should probably reread it soon, but yeah, like probably my most, well, no, not my most memorable favorite book from when I was younger. This is like my high school era favorite book. This actually ended up being my favorite decorated section, which is really funny because I put these genres on this wall because they were the least visible, being that they're behind you when you walk in this room, and it ended up being the cutest, so whatever. All right, and I think I'm going to do, what do I have left? Thrillers and what? Oh, thrillers and to be read. So I'll do thrillers here and to be read here. I think. I'll mess around with it and see what we're thinking. But yeah, mystery, thriller, horror here. To be read here. I would say that my most read genre is probably horror / thriller. It's definitely a genre that's easily digestible. You can sit down and read one in one sitting and you will not even realize time has passed. I also started doing this section and finished it and then proceeded to realize that I did not like how it looked, and I moved everything to the shelf above. Now onto my to be read, which is a very large section. I know, I get excited about books, I buy them, and I do read them, okay? I read them. But it takes me a little time to get to them, you know? Honestly, as of late, I don't even know what I've been enjoying reading. I've been reading a lot of different stuff and enjoying it a lot. I've had a lot of 5 stars in the past month or two, but I'm just kind of all over the place with genres, I guess. I'll do a video soon to update the reads of the year. Hey, that's my bookmark. Hey. Thank you very much. That is my bookmark that my friend made, who is a really talented artist, Olive. Okay, so as far as the book placement went, this was the finished product. I had fiction on the bottom shelf, romance above that, then science fiction and fantasy to the left, and then memoirs and other nonfiction of various sorts above that. To the right is where I put my to be read on the bottom, and then my thriller, horror, etc. above that. This mattress I just got off of Amazon. I think it was meant for like a camper or something, but it just happened to fit the exact measurements of the box that the guy that helped me make this room built. So yeah, it ended up being perfect, and this is just a bedspread for a twin bed and some other pillows and throw pillows and such. I am a sucker for the IKEA light bulb that has all the different colors on it because, you know, sometimes the vibe is different and also sometimes you don't know how the lighting's gonna look. So these light bulbs allow you to kind of figure out what works best.
I'm gonna venture to say that looks better for the time being, but I need to get some like little, maybe just like fake plants. I'm gonna figure it out. Things for just like the corners to kind of run everything together. Somebody likes it at least. Anywho, I'm gonna go get those things together and then I will come back and it'll probably be dark. So I'll have to show a little montage of the finished product tomorrow.
I basically just got a few fake plants from Target and put them in the gaps that were there, but I think it looks a lot better really from the beginning. If you guys have any questions about this room, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little tour / makeover of my home library.